If you mention jailbreaking to most people today, you usually get one of two reactions. The first is, people still do that? And the second, I thought jailbreaking died years ago. It's true, that jailbreaking isn't as mainstream as it was back in the early 2010s. There was a time when millions of people were jailbreaking their iPhones and iPads just to get features Apple hadn't thought of yet. Want custom themes? Jailbreak. Want widgets before Apple introduced them? Jailbreak. Want a property file manager? Jailbreak. Back then, jailbreaking was almost a necessity if you wanted to unlock the full potential of your device. But fast forward to 2026, and Apple has added many of those features into iOS itself. So naturally, people ask, is there still any reason to jailbreak? Or has it become nothing more than a nostalgic hobby? Well, I think the answer depends entirely on the device you're using, because if you've got the latest iPhone, the answer might surprise you. But if you've got an older iPad or iPhone sitting in a drawer gathering dust, I honestly believe jailbreaking is more valuable today than it has ever been. Jailbreaking has changed. The biggest misconception people have is that jailbreaking today is the same as it was 10 years ago. It isn't. Back then, most people jailbroke because they wanted more features. Custom icons, animated lock screens, widgets, themes, fancy animations. Today, Apple has introduced many of those features officially, so if you've just bought the latest iPhone, there's a good chance you won't feel you're missing out on much. But something else has happened over the last decade. Apple has stopped supporting thousands of older devices, and that's where jailbreaking has found a whole new purpose. It's no longer about customization. For me, jailbreaking isn't really about making my iPad look different anymore. It's about making it useful again. Taking my original iPad, for example. According to Apple, that device became obsolete years ago. Most people would assume it's nothing more than electronic waste. But after jailbreaking it, I've managed to breathe new life into it. I've installed fixes that improve compatibility with modern websites, updated outdated security certificates, installed TLS and SSL fixes, restored parts of the App Store, brought YouTube back to life, and even managed to get classic games like Minecraft Pocket Edition running again. None of that would have been possible if the community hadn't come together and put jailbreaking in place for these devices. One thing that continues to amaze me is the passion of the jailbreak community. Apple officially moves on from older devices. That's understandable. Technology evolves. But the community refuses to let these devices disappear. Developers continue creating fixes, alternative app stores, compatibility patches, certificate updates, new tweaks, and countless tools that keep older iPhones and iPads usable years after Apple has abandoned them. In many ways, they're preserving computing history. And I think that's something worth celebrating. So people often ask me, so what does jailbreaking actually let you do? Well, quite a lot. You can install tweaks that modernize the interface, fix broken applications, restore YouTube, improve browser compatibility, install apps that Apple no longer allows through the App Store, use proper file managers like Filza, install IPAs directly from your device, downgrade apps, use alternative package managers like Zebra, and customize your device in ways Apple never intended, especially back in the older iOSs. Some of these things are simply fun. Others genuinely transform how usable an older device becomes. But there are downsides. Now, I don't want this video to sound one-sided. Jailbreaking isn't perfect. Depending on the device and you're jailbreaking, you can occasionally run into stability issues. Some tweaks don't play nicely together. Certain apps will still give security messages and refuse to run. You'll also need to be careful where you download your tweaks from. Sticking to trusted repos and well-known developers is incredibly important. And if you simply want your brand new iPhone to work exactly as Apple intended, jailbreaking isn't for you. Another question I get asked is it legal? In many countries, including the UK and the US, jailbreaking your own device is generally legal for personal use, although the exact legal position and copyright exemptions vary by country, so always make sure you check your country's laws before jailbreaking. What isn't legal is using a jailbreak to obtain paid apps or content without permission. A jailbreak itself is a simple way of gaining greater control over hardware that you already own. How you choose to use that access is what matters. So, is it still worth it? If you've just bought the latest iPhone, honestly, probably not for most people. And a lot of the time, those jailbreaks aren't even available yet. Apple has closed much of the feature gap that once made jailbreaking so appealing. But if you've got an older iPad, an unsupported iPhone, or a device Apple has long since forgotten, then I think jailbreaking is absolutely worth considering. Not because it turns your device into something it isn't, but because it gives that device a second chance. Instead of ending up in landfill, it becomes useful again. Instead of gathering dust in a drawer, it becomes a media player, a workshop companion, a recipe book, or simply a device you enjoy using again. And I think that's the much better outcome, giving these devices a independent, specific use. It's about getting the most out of your technology you've already paid for. It's about extending the life of perfectly good hardware. It's about reducing electronic waste. And perhaps most importantly, it's about proving that older technology still has plenty to offer if you're willing to give it a second chance. Apple may decide when a device reaches the end of its official support, but thanks to an incredible community of developers and enthusiasts, that doesn't have to be the end of the story. If you're thinking about jailbreaking an older iPad or iPhone, I'd love to know what device you're using. Leave the model and iOS version in the comments below, and I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. And if you're looking for more videos on legacy iOS, unsupported Apple devices, app fixes, jailbreak, tweaks, and bringing old technology back to life, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like. Go check out my old unsupported Apple devices playlist and find all of these app fixes all in one place. I've got plenty more coming, so if you want to support the channel even further, go and check out that merchandise here. And if you want to support it even further from that, then do consider hitting that join button down below, becoming a channel member, and getting perks along the way, like early access to videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch everyone in the next one.